How high is the panic meter in KC? Reid said what in his latest presser this week? And what is our game prediction for this upcoming matchup against the Colts? All of this next on Chiefin.
Welcome, Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Kingdom Media production, bringing you raw, authentic Chiefs coverage. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on your team. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of Chiefin. I'm your host, Dale Fowler, along with my partner, Monty.
Let's just see that. Let's hope the Chiefs come back and show that their regular self.
That's Go Chiefs. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chiefin. I'm one of the co-hosts for the evening, Daily Dale Fowler, along with my brothers, my boys. I got Dre and Lottie with me tonight. How y'all feeling tonight, fellas?
Yeah, man. Talk some Chiefs, man. Good.
Yep. Happy, excited, ready to talk some Chiefs.
And, before we get into it, Chiefs fans, it's all right. Take it to the chin. It's what happens. Sometimes you got to rock with it, and you got to let it settle. You got to see what's going on. We're going to have to see how it goes. And honestly, I think I said this to both of y'all as well, too. It's going to be a fun rest of the ride because every Sunday, we're gonna be like, what y'all gonna do? And they gotta find a way to climb themselves in back into it. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens, but we're gonna talk about it right now. So let's go ahead and jump into the first topic. So we got panic or Planet Mahomes. Kansas City Chiefs lineman is refusing to hit the panic button on the season, even though the Chiefs are sitting at 5-5. That was Creed Humphrey. I think he was on one of the shows this upcoming week, or probably was on the podcast as well too. But he actually mentioned that, and really he said, he's not hitting the panic button yet. So how worried are you for the Chiefs going into the last stretch of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it on a couple previous episodes before we went into this stretch coming out of the bye week that it was important that the Chiefs were in some must-win games, really in some playoff situations coming out of that bye week, and they didn't do what they needed to do against Denver. So I understand the team is not pressing the panic button, but there are only so many more AFC games you can lose before you are no longer a part of the playoff picture, and the Chiefs have reached that point. So I understand that they're not panicking around the building, but it's definitely a situation where they're in a win-now situation. They can't afford to lose to any more AFC teams. It definitely is some panic, especially throughout Chiefs Kingdom with the fans. So I understand that the players feel like that they're still steadfast on their goal and nothing has changed. But obviously their record isn't indicative of that. A 5-5 team is not a team that it looks like any threat to make the AFC or any type of playoff noise. I mean, being that they're 1-4 in the AFC, I mean, I understand they're not panicking, but you haven't won too many meaningful games. So you have to start thinking about something. And if you're not panicking, y'all need to be trying to go back to the drawing board and figure things out. I understand that they like to play that the card when they're this kind of like wade in the water card, like kind of more like it's like everything's gonna be all right type of card. Like no, you can't. It's not really reality right now. The reality is that we're 5-5. Any more AFC losses, you're going to be probably booted, and you're going to be watching teams like the Colts, the Jaguars, the Chargers, the Broncos in the playoffs ahead of you, teams that have beaten you. So you have to figure out a way to win these games coming down the stretch. And I'm expecting the Chiefs to do that. But if they think they're in a situation where it's kind of laissez-faire and things are still just going to keep going their way, then I'm interested to see how these next couple games play out, because I think that they need to have a certain sense of urgency going into these games, being that they can't afford to lose anymore. So I understand what Creed's saying, but I don't think that's the case.
Nah, it's definitely not the case. I mean, they can't really. I mean, it's not. I mean, what else can you expect them to really say in front of the cameras? It's kind of basically you gotta say you're not panicking. Andy Reid pretty much had the same thing in his presser the other day as well. It is panic time in Kansas City right now. I mean, these are must win. We can't lose any more games at this point. We basically got to win out. I know me and Lonnie had the conversation, I want to say a couple weeks ago, when I was like, I don't know if it's must win or anything like that, but I mean, when I start to really think about it afterwards, when we're sitting in the playoff standings and everything like that, it's like, because right now we're sitting ninth. We're sitting ninth in the AFC right now. So, and I was just looking. I mean, ESPN got us a 55% chance of making the playoffs. But yeah, they still got work to do. I mean, we got the Colts coming in here. It's a noon game. I'm liking the fact that it's a noon game. But at this point, man, it is what it is, man. I'm looking at it just like, yeah, like how we basically, it's like how we get to the playoffs. It's like win or go home type stuff. This is type of the mentality that we're basically in right now. Like if we lose, we pretty much is like the season's over, basically. So I don't think that the Chiefs, with how the standings are and everything like that is right now, I don't think the Chiefs get in the playoffs at 11-6. What is it, 11-6? Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think they get in the playoffs at 11-6 or 10-7. So the margin for error is it's pretty slim. So they gotta come out against the Colts and jump on them quickly, and we can't have this starting early stuff. I mean, starting slow stuff. Y'all gotta show us that y'all care at this point, man. Because I'm tired of hearing the same stuff, these postseason these post games and everything like that. It's the same stuff every single day. I mean, Andy Reid says the same thing. Well, I got to put the guys in a better situation. It's the same thing every single time, Andy Reid. And Pat Mahomes is like, well, yeah, I got to get better, and then we're gonna get better and better, and all this like that. It's the same thing over and over again. So at some point in time, it's either put up or shut up. And one of the things that is irritating me with Pat is I'm starting to see. I will say this: I'm starting to see that Tyreek Hill saved Pat a lot when it came to the deep passes. He saved him a lot. I mean, because if you really think about it, Pat, we had two of them that Pat he been doing that a lot this season too. I mean, there's just no way you can tell me that Pat Mahomes has better chemistry with Tyquan Thornton, kept throwing deep balls than Xavier Worthy, and he played with Xavier Worthy majority of the season, all last season.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They gotta come in and they gotta start, and we can't lose no more games. So every game is a must win. Every game is basically playoff game right now. It's either you win or basically your season's over. And Pat, my guy, you cannot, if you want to be considered one of the greats, my boy, one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation, anything like that, you can't miss the playoffs, dog. You can't. So that's it, man. That's all I got to say.
Honestly, I don't even disagree with what y'all saying, because I think it's obvious that it is a panic budget due to the fact that the Broncos is 9-2. So like the division is already out of reach. You can kind of chalk that up unless they just somehow lose like 3 games, and then that Christmas game is very important that day, and then we have the Raiders right after that. So either way it go, I already knew we had to win out. I wanted us to win out from the get-go with this last game as well, because that would ensure you in the playoffs. Being at 13-14, you're not going to sit outside the playoffs. So we had a chance of doing that as well too, and puts us in the driver's seat going down the season as well too, because really after this Colts game, you have the Texans, you got the Cowboys, the Texans, and then the Chargers. If you can win 3 of those, especially with the Chargers having, no tackles. Herbert has been getting beat up as well too. You saw what the Jaguars did to them this past Sunday. I mean, you have winnable games in front of you before you actually play the Broncos over Christmas, because you have the Titans right after that. It's doable, but we're going to have to do 1 week at a time. You can't think ahead.
We know what the Chiefs do. We know what the Chiefs do when it comes against they're supposed to win. We know how this goes. So yeah.
I mean, it's 1 or 2 ways. I mean, What which one which way you're saying? Let me say that.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, we play the Titans, and then that's supposed to be a game we supposed to win, but then we go to Tennessee and we mess around, and that be the game that we lose.
And you know,
at this point, I don't know.
You can't have it this season, though. I don't feel, you know. I at this, if it does happen, it was mentioned and we knew it was possible. But you know, this Sunday you have to beat the Titans. I mean, you have to beat the Colts. You have to start somewhere. You have to feed off of that. So, I mean, you can hit the panic button, yes, but they do kind of still guarantee their own destiny, because when you beat the Texans, you'll be back in front of them in AC. Jaguars did us a favor by, you know, getting the Chargers. We'll get them again sometime later down the line, but they might start dropping games themselves as well too. So we have to say, it's cocky for them to say, where it's like, yeah, you know, I'm not really worried yet. We can't bank on that. You really do need to, you know, determine your destiny. That's why regular season games are always important. I know that a team like the Chiefs, where you consider the dynasty, you know, when to get to playoff time, you have all of that, but it's different than NBA basketball. They have 82 games in the season. They could kick into gear at a certain point where they can be like, okay, good, boom. Like, we can kind of trick off these games, stay like 500 for a minute, and then we can go on a run, and then we can find our way into the playoffs. With the NFL, we're limited. 18 weeks, 17 games. You lose those conference games, okay, you start looking at a steadiness. Because if they're winning the games they're supposed to, that's the difference that's going on this year. Colts are actually winning their games. They have an offense that's competent along with the great defense that they have. Okay, boom. The Patriots are back into form as well, too. They're not like the teams of the past where we like a trick off a playoff game. I think we would get them in those moments, but you do when you're in a top tier and then everybody start playing to that level. Okay, what the Patriots did and they're done it. Yeah, we're gonna still win a division. We're gonna still be in the playoffs. We don't care if we 1, 2, 3, or 4, because y'all don't want to see us regardless. Yeah, we can say no, this is the first to do anything, being a 7th seed, but that is a disadvantage. That's a disadvantage. Who wants to put themselves on the road the whole time?
I mean, you're
gonna have to do it. You gotta do it. I'm just saying, I get the worry where you hit the panic, but like, yeah, like, okay, y'all made it tougher. Y'all made it tougher on yourself this year. Now, depending on how those losses come and what, you know, how many games they lose and how the Chiefs went out, they could. I mean, you can still potentially put yourself within the 5 to 7, but you got to worry about getting the 7 first.
I mean, ask yourself though, honestly, and this is the both of y'all right now, like the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Like, if we was to get the 7th seed and everything else stayed the same, are y'all confident the Chiefs going to New England, going to Foxborough, and beating the Patriots?
I mean, as far as their playoff record, I think it just speaks for itself. So I'm
not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really confident. Because I feel like they turn into different people when they go.
That aura is not the same there. Drake made good job. Tom Brady aura different. Sorry, I saw it in Arrowhead. You're not giving me that same fear. Respectfully, you're chasing him right now. He's the boogeyman to you. You're not all that fight. We went to Baltimore and Buffalo. All right. And those quarterbacks is way better than Drake May. Drake May eating though, right? This is no disrespect.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on. Like,
they're still MVPs though. He's not an MVP. This is where you can respectfully say that.
Drake May is having that type of season.
He is, but
guess who's ahead of him right now?
At the level that they was playing at, they were not playing at. He's not playing at the level that those two were playing at when the Chiefs went to play them at their houses. Lamar was having an MVP season. I don't know about Josh. I think Josh Allen might have been second in MVP. And Mahomes just kind of went and obliterated that. But I just want to say this. I think that the losing record And this season only builds the mystique in the aura of Mahomes, right? Because the only way that you get in now is if you go on a miraculous run, right? It's usually you that's sitting at the top of the conference and you 9-2, but now you got to flip your season and kind of go on one of them runs that you see the Bengals go on. So, like, can you get hot? And sometimes it's not always about who's the best team. It's about who gets hot at the right time. They got to get hot right now. And then you got to get so hot that it's going to have to roll into the 17th game and roll on into the postseason. So maybe this is what they need to be like, no, it starts now. You got to start playing like the playoffs now. Every game is going to be the playoffs. I mean, you're going to have to tape it up and tape it back on and figure out the next possession, how to stop whatever they got going on. It's not going to be no 2 possessions no more. You got to score on the first drive. When you start, I think it's just going to have a sense of urgency that they're going to have. It's going to have to last for the remainder of the year. So if they can do it, I think that we've seen it before. Once they get that mentality and turn it on, it's really hard to get them to turn it off. So I think that it's kind of in a situation that it works good for Mahomes too, because if they can flip it and get to winning games, you don't want to see the Chiefs get hot and just start rattling off wins and rattling off scores. We've seen the 16-play drives against the Raiders. They got it in them. If they could flip it and do it, I think it'll be miraculous. And it's like I said, it's only going to build his aura, right? And be like, look at this man now. Like, look what he did. So I don't know.
He does have some right to wrong. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it from the regular season against the Colts, all in all, he's doing good. He's out, doing better than what he's doing better than what people said. But overall, it is a different mystique, right? And I always say it as well too. And hopefully this is gonna be my last time saying it as well moving forward, because it's all I can say. It's gonna start on Sunday against the Colts. And you have the advantage of being at home as well too. So hopefully that can help with the 12th man. But if any duo is gonna do, it's gonna have to be Pat and Andy Reid. And the pace you was going on with your career, y'all know when I start having this type of talk, it's about to be the narrating tone as well too. You're a 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time Super Bowl champion. You are the Steph Curry of this game. You have shifted it to a way to where they defended you differently. You the only one who can go on runs like this. Joe Burrow had a nice one. But show him how you going to go on this run. Go on the road the entire year, the entire playoffs, and win a bowl. You do this, the conversation with Brady, you're over Montana now. You said you like to put yourself in these positions, right? You like for us to cinematic, lay back, have your heart racing. Prove it. That's what gives me the confidence. Look, y'all, we're not the ones playing. That's y'all. We just get the bet money and just be able to say, I told you so once it happens. Can you give us that moment? Can you give us that type of conversation? Can you shut up the masses who is doubting you? Yeah, bro. Put me in one of your videos. That was tough. That's all I gotta say. That was tough. Anything y'all want to say on that topic before we move forward? I mean, it is what it is at the point.
All I can say is doable, man. We didn't see teams like the New York Giants and Eli Manning go into the playoffs and win Super Bowls. So it's doable.
It's doable. But
we got the best quarterback in the league. So I mean, but yeah, he can't do it himself. He definitely can't do it himself. He needs. I don't know what is. I know Worthy hurt. I know the shoulder is hurting, but the boy legs ain't hurting. So I don't know what the
it was him though. He was open. Pat just didn't hit him. You said it, Dre. He ain't hitting like he used to. At first, it didn't matter. at first it didn't matter either, right? It was like it was cool. We gonna get it back, right? We get it back.
Yeah.
It don't matter. But your defense ain't doing what they used to do, getting your timely stops no more. So it's probably gonna kill you. You got to start hitting, Pat. That's all I'm saying.
They did get the stop what needed. I'm not gonna lie. They did get the stop what they needed because you had 3:46, 3 something left. That was one of those where you can couple first downs, go into the 2-minute warning, get it to the other side of the field, get a couple first downs if you can, get it all the way down as much as you can where you can kick a field goal and then you make them do what they have to do. So I think y'all right with the deep bomb, right? And when I wanted to address that because Reek, he did say what like a lot of people were not understanding. Like he had a second gear that he can hit. So once he get into that second gear, he was running to whatever ball that Mahomes had. Because I'm not gonna lie, in reality, he's thinking what we're thinking on Madden. I'm gonna launch this mug all the way there. You just run, especially if the safety's coming down and you have that leverage. Boy, go, because it's a touchdown. If you're going to do anything, you're going to fall into the end zone with a touchdown. Reek understood that. Can we have that conversation, though?
Yeah.
You're 4-2-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have that conversation as well. This always been something with Mahomes as well, too. He always had, like, why? How you miss that? But when he does low-key things like that Rashee Rice one that he dropped on going backwards for 19 yards where it would have been like 31. Why you can't do something regular on 32? That's why I'll be like, it's there. You just do too much. Like, dude, this not that type of year. People are actually winning games. Stop. Like, stop video gaming. This is why I'm irritated. Because y'all probably looking like, yeah, he really but. No, I'm looking like, dude, no. Like, this is not this type of year.
Yeah.
you do everything right. Let's hit the check downs. Let's open it up because they really getting tired of you. So what do you do when they get tired of you? I'm gonna do what you don't want me to do then.
Yeah.
Because when I start doing it and we're doing it officially, because I got guys who can get the yak and get the yards at the catch, all that good stuff. You're gonna be like, all right, we gotta do that. Then Thornton going up. Mahomes, bro, you just drop it. Just land it to where they can just fight for. Like, this is one of those where, okay, y'all being lazy, don't want to run under it. All right, I'm gonna drop this in, and I'm not gonna lie, Thornton is good with those contested catches. He did it again. With dude in his face, he's bringing him like, okay, I'm gonna just drop it in there, and let's just get this big game and set it up in the red zone.
I'm not hating, but that was a push off. Right? Well,
Great, bro. Come on.
I'm just saying, man. It was. It is, man. It was. It
is what it is. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens, though. Sometimes it happens.
And we needed it too. It was like when we needed back against the wall, like you need that one. So,
we need more of those though. He can't be Thornton can't be the only one Pat hitting deep like that, man. We need more of that. I mean,
but let's be smart on first down. Just be smart on first. Can we not do an immediate deep bomb? I mean, Pat, if it's set up and it's there,
that goes into the second topic.
You're right. It does. Before we go into that second topic, please make sure to
like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a like or a comment so we can reply and interact with you and make you a part of the show. If you listen to us on Spotify, please rate us 5 stars so we can increase our reach in the playlist. Follow us and all our contributors on all the social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. If you'd like to come on and talk Chiefs, message us so we can potentially set that up. Do you enjoy written content? Subscribe to our Substack. We have both a free and a $5 a month subscription and post on there frequently. And if you have any interest in being a contributor on the writing staff, feel free to reach out and we'll be in touch. It would help support the brand if you would purchase our merch, like the shirt that I'm wearing currently. Set up an order for one of these or 2 or 3, and this will allow us to expand our inventory options. Thanks for being a part of this channel.
And if there's any partner that's listening to this interested in sponsoring the show or any other content that we produce, please reach out. Now, back to the show.
All right, now let's go ahead and get into the next topic. You know, we've been talking good. Reid said what? What did he say? Well, I mean, I will say he didn't just like kind of disrespectfully say it, but Coach Reid did he throw a little low key shade at Patrick Mahomes? Who knows? But you know, he mentioned in his latest presser earlier in this week that he does in fact call run plays. So this will only lead people to believing that Mahomes is changing the plays at the line of the scrimmage in favor of pass plays. Do you think Mahomes is behind that issue of not running the ball?
I mean, I think we already talked about this. Period. We've all spoken about this. Obviously, it's him at this point. We all know that the play comes in, and it's probably more than one play at this point. Mahomes is not just getting one play, and Mahomes is checking out of runs and turning them into passes. And Reid just confirmed in the press conference that they're really called RPOs, but they're turning into passes. He said they turn into passes nowadays, which you should just say my quarterback doesn't want to hand the ball off, so he's throwing it. That's a nice way to put that. Stop beating around the bush. So Mahomes has to do better, man. I mean, at the end of the day, and I think Mitchell Schwartz put a clip on Instagram, and it wasn't so much bashing Mahomes, but it was just kind of stating the obvious. Like, if you hand the ball off here, like the emotion and the effects, the confidence that it gives your offensive line, just pushing and blowing guys off the ball, it starts to wear on guys. Mahomes is taking that away by dumping the ball off to Rashee Rice. He loves spreading the ball around. I know he wants to do the EGE, everybody eats. He wants his guys. He has all these weapons and new shiny toys. But the game has shifted. And it's no longer a passing league now. You have to run the ball. It's a more of a efficiency type of league. It's not drop back and throw it 30 times a game. You see what James Cook is doing. You see what the Broncos are doing with J.K. Dobbins. You see what the Eagles did with Saquon Barkley. You see the Rico Dowdle kid out there and with the Carolina Panthers. It's becoming that type of league again. You see it start to shift every so often, like 4 to 5 years, and I think that's just what it's come to. Mahomes doesn't want to make that adjustment. So if that means that somebody has to get in trouble, like Dre said, like Matt Nagy, or if it has to be you, Andy Reid, since you can't rein your quarterback in and get control of them, then I think that's just what it has to be. That just can't happen. My sister texted a group chat when we were up winning. She said, now if we could just run the damn ball. Why is my sister telling the Chiefs what to like? Why does she know what to do in the fourth quarter? But Mahomes still dropped back. He still dropped back throwing and passing the ball. Ain't no time ran off the clock. You throw 3 incompletions, Mahomes. It's about 5 seconds that they came off the clock, and now we punting and the team getting the ball back. Ain't no time came off the clock and nothing. We just got to find a way to be more efficient. That's just not efficient. And Andy Reid, he has a nice way of answering questions, but that was just like a BS answer. Just tell the truth. You're calling RPOs, and Mahomes is saying, no, F your RPO, I'm going into my homies. And that's cool, but you costing us, dog. So we got to get that together for sure.
Yeah. I will say that this is clearly something that's been happening, I want to say, the last 2 years. Yeah, you can tell. And I put this in like one of the comments that in my group yesterday. I feel like that was part of the issue that Mahomes and Eric Bieniemy had, where they bumped heads, because I feel like Eric Bieniemy held players accountable, and when Eric Bieniemy calls a play, he wants that play ran, and if that play is not ran, he wants you to explain to him why the play is not ran. You got Matt Nagy and Andy Reid, the chill, lay back, the clapping, and everything like that. All right, bravo, we'll get him next play, so you don't really have to explain why you checked out of a run play that clearly, could have got us 5 yards. I mean, because when it comes to running the ball, Kareem Hunt was averaging damn near 5 yards a carry against the Broncos. The Broncos and the Bills are dared. The Broncos and the Bills dared the Chiefs to run the ball, and the Chiefs just won't do it for some reason consistently. But Yes. So when it comes to the change in the plays and everything like that, I've said it. I mean, we all like Lonnie said, we all know that's Pat. We know that. And Pat is, I mean, y'all paying him $500 million. So I mean, he wants to be I'm the face of the league, you know, I'm the face of the team and everything like that. I'm the captain. This is my show and also like that. So and he's basically like probably like when we lose, I'll take the blame anyway. So but you got to balance it out at some point in time, man. You got a running back in Kareem Hunt that is, I mean, yeah, he getting older. He got a lot of mileage on his body and everything like that. But my God, four and a half, four, almost 5 yards a carry when he's running the ball. And then it's like one of the things that irritate me, and I've been saying this: stop running the ball out of shotgun, bro. Stop. We ran it under center a couple times, and we got about 5-6 yards when we ran it both times. So it's like, why are we making football harder than what it is? I just don't understand it. Like when you're up and you see that your defense is keeping you in the game and everything like that, when you get the ball and you go up, just play keep away. I don't know if it's like the methodical way, the slow pace way. I don't know if Pat got ADHD. I don't know if it's like it's too slow for him. Like I don't know if it's like he's like, yeah, this is boring for me. I want the excitement, and I get it because that's how he came into the league, and that's where he played. That's how he played in college. It was the gunslinging, the throwing the ball, Pat throwing the ball, getting 500, 600 yards a game, and that's what he used to. Bro, this ain't Texas Tech, bro. We run the ball, man. I just don't understand it. It is. I was kind of shocked that Andy Reid admitted to it, but I mean, at the same time, I don't know. Maybe when it comes to it, I don't know what's today, Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe when they play tomorrow, when they had their little conferences and questions and everything like that, sometime this week, maybe they'll ask Pat about that. And I mean, we got to make some changes. And I said this as well, because this is 2 games in a row where the opposing team has called out our plays before plays have been called. We've been stagnant and stale on offense. This week, it was Chris Jones saying that Bo Nix and the Broncos offense called out our scheme on that. What was that 3rd and 15 play that they got their first down on? He said they called it out and they switched everything. That's how they got the play. That's how they got the first down. In the game against the Buffalo Bills, Pat Mahomes said that the Buffalo Bills defense called out their offensive plays. I mean, I get it. That's good film study. Yes, at the same time, you got to do a better job of disguising that, though. Like Chris Jones said, we got to do a better job of disguising things. And I don't know, man. Run the ball. I just don't understand it. I don't understand, bro. Run the ball, dude. Like even, yeah. I don't know how much. I don't know if we got to like get a plane to fly it over Arrowhead with the sign on it that says "Run the ball" or what. But y'all just making it harder than what it should be. Because bro, we be in the red zone, dog, and we passing on the goal line, bro. It's like we third and 2 on the goal line. We RPO. Our running backs is getting 5 yards of carry, and Pat is rolling to his right or left, and he's throwing it out of bounds because pass protection failed, and now there's a defender in his face or a spy in his face, and Pat has no receiver to throw it to, and now he throws it out of bounds. And now it's 4th and 2, and now Harrison Butker's coming out here for a field goal. We are terrible in the red zone, and that's an issue too. So, we hopefully this is a wake up call for the entire offense moving forward. Pat, stop checking out of the daggone runs. If it's a run, bro, if it's there, just run the ball, bro. Like I know you. That's how you became the face of the league with the big plays and everything like that. We love seeing them, but at this point, bro, we want to see wins. I don't care about how pretty it look. I don't care about none of that, bro. I need a W at the end of the day because that's what matters at the end of the day. You can throw for 500 yards in the game and still lose and break all types of records. Ain't nobody gonna remember that. So focus and figure it out and get the day go and start running the balls. Balance it out a little bit. Change it up. Disguise some plays. I don't know. Somebody call Chicago and see if we can get Eric Bieniemy back in Kansas City or something. Because goodness gracious.
I mean, run the ball. Honestly, it's man, Pat. I don't know what it is, bro. I had it in my head early on because I think you really just covered a lot of the area of what needed to be said. But
you say it, it's his fault.
I mean, it's his fault, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna trip. It's the obvious.
We love Pat.
Like it's cool, bro. The weapons is gonna be there. Let it be. And I don't know. Maybe it is like Isaiah Pacheco is more important than what we think. That's why those injuries are, honestly irritating to the fan base because you saw the rhythm come together when he was a part of the offense. I will say, he was getting those 5 to 6 yards of carry at times, in certain moments. I mean, he had his fair share. I ain't gonna lie. He was leading, and Kareem Hunt was behind him. Kareem Hunt is really that 3rd and 2, 31. He's really more efficient than the tush push when you give him the ball.
The Jets had a running back or 3rd round pick.
Would I not have took him? Yeah, I would have took him. I'm not gonna lie. I would have took Brees Hall. But like at the same time, you see that the carries they became very minimal once he did go out. And they like I will say they like to utilize Hunt and Hunt get his hands on the ball. He is getting five yards to carry. We said it in that previous game. But wow, he's a gunslinger. Yeah, you said it. Texas Tech. You want to throw 500 to 600 yards, but we don't care because your best offense. So when y'all had a total of 6,000 yards, you didn't even have a 5,000 yard season. I think you had about like 45, 4,600. I think he had 47, 48. He had that, but he had about like 30 some touchdowns. He didn't even get like 50 or nothing like that. He had an efficient season. He was really balling out. We number 1 seed, all that, went to Super Bowl, ran the table, did what we were supposed to do. MVP, Super Bowl MVP on top of that. But on 1st down, come on, bro. Just hand off the ball, get to 4 or 5. Let's just go ahead and make it a good 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. Now, let's go ahead and draw some up and see if we can find something. Find something over the top. Let me see if, somebody come across the middle, open, get it there, 1st down. You did it before. That's why we can't fake and act like we haven't seen it. He's
who's the OC?
Matt Nagy, but he still has some games. He has some. Right now he has some games because we know EB was the coordinator there his last year. I'm not gonna lie, the MVP. But I was gonna give my thoughts on EB as well too. You need somebody to say like, "Hey, bro, run the ball," and he was doing it.
Run the ball, or I'm pulling you.
Nagy over there chilling. Yeah, because they want to pass the whole time. EB was like, "Hey, cuz," like he was really probably thugging on him. That's why he was really funking. Hey, run the ball, bro. So I'm gonna really slap you. We saw what he was doing to AP. Let's just talk about it. He don't care who you are. MVP too. I don't care, bro. And he got you bowls. 2, then now you got you 1, and then you lost. Those years he was there, even the Super Bowl lost year and the year after that, you were still balling out offense. We didn't have no worries about the offense at all. No, anytime between 2019 2022, you say anything, you say you didn't have no problems with the offense. It was, yeah. Colts give us a good game. All right, we have those ones, but they're gonna come back 30, 35, and then they're gonna do it against good teams as well too. They were efficient. Now he's an offensive minded because I'm not saying he had good years with Alex Smith, we know, but with Patrick Mahomes, you can't. Pat is a great player. He's a great leader as well too. He still needs somebody to tell him you need to chill out. Brady was mature. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. He was, coming in about to book, 6th-round pick. I'm not even, when you compare, he had to look at the game way differently.
Very true.
We know your talent. He knows he's the best quarterback in the league. Y'all can hooray about Josh Allen because guess what? He in the playoffs. If I see Josh Allen, I'm gonna break y'all hearts and show y'all. Y'all thought it wasn't me. It's me. It's me. Yeah, Philly got me in the Super Bowl next year. Little blowout. Cool. Tampa got me as well too. That's what you get with gunslingers though. Because he's gonna live and die by him. And he's in his prime of the year where I'm gonna die by me. I need you to have the maturity though to shift. You 30. It's a shift. It's a maturity shift. That's simply what it is. All right. I got the accolades. Go ahead. I'll go after you.
Sometimes when it comes to the maturity and the maturity aspect and everything like that, sometimes you need a coach that's going to force you to mature. And I feel like Brady had that with the no-nonsense Bill Belichick. And then when he went to Tampa, he had Bruce Arians, who we all know Bruce Arians don't he no nonsense.
Don't mess around.
He was just an offense. He was just an offensive guy, and Brady wanted to play with an offensive guy. So I don't know. I just think that when you typically have players that can come in and pretty much do whatever they want, yeah, they respect Reid, they respect his say so and everything like that. But Reid also is kind of like laid back and kind of like lets them, do what they want to do. That's why you see plays like the ring around the rosy and the, stuff like that, the behind the back passes and all the. It's just like that's Reid letting them be able to express themselves. But at some point in time, that we need somebody in Kansas City that's going to be able to. All right, now let's reel it back in. We got to tighten this up now. So we had fun, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah. He needs somebody that is going to really get because when you talk about maturity, when you have a coach like Mike Tomlin, it's his way or the highway. If you're not going to follow the program, I'm not going to lie. You're not really hearing Aaron Rodgers really get out the way saying too much.
Yeah. So it's easy.
He's the MVP player, but hey, bro, we got the same amount of rings. I beat you. No, you beat me. You beat me because they beat the Cardinals.
I remember that.
He beat the Cardinals. So yeah. So overall, you know how his program is ran. Just like you, as many successful seasons that you have, I have just as many. it's the respect there. I think Mahomes respects Andy Reid and he respects Matt Nagy, but the relationship is different.
Yes.
Even if EB came back as a running back coach, that's all you need. I feel he's positional coach right now. He's taking stuff because his what happened with him kind of went backwards, so he's kind of in the process of coming back as well too. And I don't think he will even mind doing that because if Nagy can somehow, if he was able to get that job as a head coach, please.
I don't see that happening. But I just want to say,
yes,
I just want to.
Hey, don't sleep. There is a conversation, sadly.
Ooh, okay.
If we don't make the playoffs, he ain't going
might
nowhere.
not. He ain't going nowhere though.
Yeah.
But overall, you need that type of coach, or Matt Nagy's going to have to shift the way that he leads, and that's it.
And that's what I was going to say. Just stop being his friend. I mean, because that's what it seems like. It's too much of that. It's cool, but like we don't gotta be buddy.
Have that relationship, but at the same time,
keep your business professional, bro. We pros, right?
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, we still held to a certain standard, and I think that's what they're missing a little bit. Them losing EB was a bigger story than what we thought. That going back and forth, and him not getting head coaching jobs, and then him staying, and them kind of letting him go and doing the interviews, and him kind of getting messy on the inside after we lost the AFC Championship. That story was bigger than what I think we really are looking into. And I think it was a little bit, it's starting to show like it was a little bit of bratty spoiled Mahomes. Like, is that what we gonna find out when this Last Dance documentary come out? Like, were you being a diva and you were mad because somebody was trying to rein you back in? Because that's just what it seems like.
I ain't. Can I keep it G? I'm not even gonna go for that. I think overall he felt like he had to go because everybody was holding him to the standard under Reid. I think that's a bigger story than what we think right there. I think him and Mahomes really had that. He really had that talk because he don't care, and then they lost. However, that next year, what happened? Bo, then he was out of there.
But I'm saying, that AFC Championship when they lost against the Bengals, do y'all remember that story?
Yeah, that's what
argument in the locker room.
It was an argument in the locker room, but then it was also the argument with Pat going back and forth with Bieniemy on the headset too about calling the plays and everything as well.
All right, so I'm just saying, I think that story was bigger than what we think. I understand what you're saying, Dale, and it looked like they it and came back in the media sense. From a PR standpoint, it looks great, right? Yes, they came back together, won the Super Bowl, and everything was fine. You ride off into the sunset, yes. But in all reality, I think that story was just bigger than what we thought, and the enemy was bigger than what we thought too, and so instrumental to Mahomes' career. Because when you get somebody in here like Matt Nagy, it just doesn't, and it doesn't even halfway look the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not as efficient. Your players aren't playing with that same fire. You gotta, it shows. So and that's all indicative of coaching. So I think it might have just been bigger than what we are letting off or what we know. But we won't know until like I said, that Last Dance documentary comes out and we see.
Yeah, when it comes to football, we all know that you need some type of structure. You can't come onto a football team and pretty much do whatever you want. And like I said, if Eric Bieniemy was here, when he was here, if Pat ran a play or he canceled out a play and ran another play, he basically would have to explain to EB why he did it. And Pat probably didn't like explaining that. And that's probably why he's probably not having to explain that with Nagy and Reid. So that's probably why it's happening more often. So
yeah, and I think all of that can be true. All things really can.
It's all speculation, but that's what I'm just thinking.
Yeah, it's like it is all speculation, but at the same time, a lot of things can like really be true into their own and within their own way. So overall, nothing that you really can do about it. They better figure out for the remainder of the season. I think it's gonna be a second gear that you have to go into. So we see how it goes. So let's go ahead and jump into this last topic and we have game predictions. All right, so what is your score prediction for this upcoming matchup against the Indianapolis Colts, and who will stand out on offense and defense?
Yeah, so the Chiefs got to win here. I don't know how it looks, but I think the Chiefs get a win, 27-17. I'm gonna go that far to say the Chiefs really just look that good. They don't really, when they're really feeling good, they don't allow their opponents to really score over 17 points. One of Steve Spagnuolo's best defenses, per the stats that they were displaying on the TV when we played the Broncos, but just didn't really show in that last game. I said just really more of the timeliness of the defense. If we can get more stops and hold teams to less scoring opportunities, I think we'll be even more better. But I think that on the defensive side of the ball, I think Chris Jones stands out. He has to begin to take over games. It has become to the point to where, yes, that one sack is fine, Chris Jones. And yes, we do have other pass rushers that we do need to depend on. But however, you've been paid. And I know we said we pay people for previous years, but we also paying you to do stuff now. You also are earning a check to continue to make plays. So I think Chris Jones just has to have a game where he just absolutely wrecks shop. And that's going to have to really be for the remainder of the year for us to be dominant on that side of the ball. Being that our secondary is very good, but they can only hold up for so long. And the pass rush and the secondary go hand in hand. If we can get disruptive up front, I know we didn't get any help for you on that edge, but we really need you to just step up and be that guy and be a wrecking ball up front for us and wreck shop, whether it be in the run or in the pass. Get after Daniel Jones. I feel like if you can get, he's not as mobile as people like to make him out to be. I understand it. He has some plays where he's ran and stumbled over his feet and has some big runs, but I think we have the ability to get after Daniel Jones, George Karlaftis, and Chris Jones. So I think Chris Jones has a big day. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I'm looking for Kareem Hunt to continue to do what he's been doing. And Mahomes to right his wrongs. It's came out now. We know what's going on. So if you drop back and throw it 30 times a game, we ain't going to be asking no questions about what Matt Nagy and him called. We know it's you. So, I mean, if it's not efficient and the offense doesn't look good, we know it. Like I said, it's going to be on you. We know that he has the ability to run whatever he wants to run within this offense. We knew that he didn't have any training wheels on him. So I'm expecting Kareem Hunt to have a big day and really let that offensive line get their feet going, pushing guys off the ball, moving forward, and get some confidence. So I think Kareem Hunt has a big day, gets into the end zone at least 2 times. And then I think on the defensive side of the ball, Chris Jones has a big day. I'm going to Chiefs win 27-17.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be a closer game. I think the Chiefs will win 31-28. The Colts are the number 1 offense in the NFL. I just looked it up actually. But they do possess one of the worst secondaries in football. So I think this could be a game where we see Pat try to take advantage of that, throw the ball a lot. Because the Colts are top 5 in run defense. So this could be one of those ones where Pat tries to be Pat and be like, look, we're not losing this. This season's not over until I say it's over. And also like that, I'm putting my cape on. And this could be one of those games where Pat throws for probably 300 yards. I think that we win. I think I said 31-28. So I think it's going to be one of those games. We got to, as far as defense goes, Spaz going to have to be, he going to have to be creative. He going to have to send some blitzes. You got to make Daniel Jones uncomfortable, because when you make Daniel Jones uncomfortable, that's when Daniel Jones starts to be the New York Giants Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has turned the ball over a lot the last couple of weeks for the Colts. So when you make Daniel Jones panic and make him uncomfortable, like most quarterbacks, you tend to get results. We got to get turnovers, bro. Like, we got to give the offense extra downs, extra opportunities to put points on the board. So we got to, bro. And like Lonnie said, Chris Jones, this has got to be one of them games, bro. You at home, you got paid, you got the bag, man. And hell, my daughter asked for another Chiefs defensive player jersey because she said Chris Jones ain't showing up. So, and Chris Jones one of her favorite players. She said Chris Jones ain't getting it done, so I need another Chiefs defensive player jersey. So I don't know, CJ. You got to get it done, my boy. That's who I think that. I mean, I got to see our secondary being this foul. I mean, Spaz probably gonna send a lot of blitzes with McDuffie. He's probably gonna send some Watson and everything like that. Speaking of that, Jalen Watson has been balling. Like he's been balling this year, and I gotta give my boy his props. And hell, even Tony Romo pointed it out. He said he could possibly be a Pro Bowler. That's how good he's been playing this season. So shout out to him. But yeah, I think the Chiefs win 31-28. On offense, I think this is going to be a Pat Mahomes game. We got to get Xavier. I got to see more from Xavier. Where is Juju at, man? Where's Juju? Trav gonna be Trav. He gonna get his point. He gonna get his yards and everything like that. But where's Juju? Where's Hollywood Brown? Xavier Worthy? We got these guys on offense for a reason. Everybody said that the reason why the offense was struggling was because we were without Worthy, Rice, Hollywood. They're all here and they're healthy. So they got to be put to use, especially against this Colts secondary, who again is one of the worst passing. They're 25 and pass defense in the NFL. So I think Pat Mahomes should take advantage of that. And yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, Robbie, they doing TikToks, bro. They got to get off the day, go TikToks, man.
Yeah, that's done for it's done for the rest of the season, bro. They got to give that up.
Yeah, get off the TikToks.
But my score prediction for this game, gotta get a Chiefs win, man. We gotta stay in contention, bro. We gotta stay in contention. So I'm going 28-24. Offensively, I think that they just have to really turn it around. With the weapons that you have, the players that is over there. I know that people are saying that the offensive playbook is stale. I understand that. However, it's time to go ahead and show everybody that you can flip the switch. If this particular playbook that we are saying that we have for this playoffs, or what we have when it's looking dim, let's go ahead and utilize that, because this is a game that's important to do that against a team to do that against. Offensively on that side of the ball, you said Kareem Hunt. Oh, you pretty much said everybody right, I think. So
yeah, man, I need the offense to show out, man. I need him to.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Josh Simmons and Juwan Taylor. I think overall the Colts defense in general, when they have played us, they were able to have an efficient pass rush. And even though they may not have the big names, they were able to produce the talent. We got to avoid those penalties. You can't give that up this Sunday. Josh Simmons, he didn't look bad against Nick Bonito. And his pressures that he had against even got like Jonathan Cooper, he didn't give up anything at all. I think, or either one pressure, and then with Bonito, he gave up one pressure as well too. So I think overall, what he has shown is he's able to go out there and give Patrick Mahomes that time. Pat, utilize those big boys up front. You gotta let them get going early on. If you want that protection in the pocket, let them go ahead and dominate that defensive line. let them go ahead and blow them off the line of scrimmage. Because if we're able to get them behind 2 to 3 yards, that means they're not getting contact at 2 or 3 yards. So overall, with them falling forward, that's going to be 5 or 6. Guess what? You have a fun second down, and you can do either another run if you just want to. Let's get this first down and just go ahead and get this out the way. Or let me test the waters of this 25th ranked secondary that I can somewhat expose throughout this entire game. We gotta avoid that. But overall, offensively, I think they got to get 4 touchdowns. They have to step up. And they're gonna have to go down the field. They're gonna have to control the time of possession. Now on the defensive side of the ball, I'm going with Mike Pennell and Nadi. I mean, y'all talking about, Daniel Jones. I get that, and it looks like he having a solid year. But who's really in the MVP race? Who's in the MVP race? Jonathan Taylor.
And Jonathan Taylor.
3 touchdowns a game, always having a hat trick. So you got to go out there and be prepared to stop that. If I'm Spags, if we're able to, of course, if we know you're going to be in those certain situations where you're running the ball, and we can get him behind the line of scrimmage, and typically, Chiefs kind of do this against good players at times when they know they have to step up. All right, that's 2nd and 12, 2nd and 11. Now we know that we're in pass down situation. Now, if you're confident in him, we're going to run again. Oh, we mean you had a line of scrimmage. What? That's still a nice starting long. You passing the ball. So now I get to do what I want to do with you. We know Daniel Jones mentioned in the comments. I saw it earlier, Robbie. Yeah, he can run. We know he can. We know he get the first down. But that's why. That's why you have to fill the rushing lanes when you are, executing those blitzes, because they have been picking up Trent McDuffie, the Shamari Connors when they are going on these delayed blitzes. These are times where we saw in previous seasons where, once it's a miss when it's coming through and nobody see it, we know what's happening. They've been able to pick that up. So as a collective, Alex, I know you said it as well earlier too. This isn't Mahomes over your dead body type of game. This is about legacy now. You gotta keep your legacy alive for the next 7 weeks, and it starts Sunday against the Indianapolis Colts. So I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an early one as well too. We get to watch it. We get to enjoy. Then we get to see what everybody else do as well. What's going on? The teams that we want, they're going to be sitting out because Chargers on the bye and the Broncos on the bye, I think, as well too. So it's one of those type of weeks.
It's all right, man. I'm looking forward to it. No lie, bro. Like, I really am. I'm ready for it. Mm-hmm. I think that, like I said, we get the playoffs early, fellas.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. We get playoffs is in November.
Yeah, Thanksgiving gonna be fun as well too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. Yeah, it's gonna be done on Wednesday, man. Yeah, because Thursday is it. Because I gotta be watching.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine, man. I just think that you can't come in, just don't go into the game pressing. We don't really have too many running backs get over 100 yards rushing on us. We had it with Cook a couple weeks ago. We shut down Saquon this year, and we shut him down in the then we shut him down in the Super Bowl too. So I mean, he balling. Jonathan Taylor balling for sure. But
you eliminate him, you eliminate probably 2 touchdowns. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You eliminate him, you eliminate 2 touchdowns.
If Spags' defensive scheme, his defensive plan should be like, let Daniel Jones beat us with his arm. All right.
Because that's where the turnovers will come from. Because once you start sending that pressure, you got to capitalize on those. And as always, a couple times we have opportunities to get picks as well, too. I think that's something that's got to change going forward throughout the season as well, because those can actually shift the outcome of the game. If we start getting those turnovers back, puts the that shifts the momentum. That shifts the momentum that put us in favor to go out there and execute. Mahomes, hey, brother, you can still throw 30 times but hand it off to Kareem Hunt 20. We did it last season. He's all right if Isaiah Pacheco go be out. Just run the ball. 1st and 10. Bro. Go ahead and get the 4 or 5. All right. Next play. Let's go ahead and set it up. Let's not even be too thirsty to get to the deep ball yet. It's going to come. Let them get going by getting let's get a quick slant. Let's get the 5-6. All right. 1st down. New set of downs. When the game go on, you can score quick touchdowns. What are you saying?
We're favored 3.5. So
stop favoring us. Like, I think that's a problem too. Like, people want to hate us. Like, calm down. We know it's a must win.
It's one thing that one player that I do miss on our defense, and he came into play when it came to running quarterbacks. I miss Willie Gay. The speed and everything like that on that defense, man, when it came to the linebacker and everything. I miss that.
He brought an energy to the defense where I feel like it was a good balance. I think they could have still worked that out. I know they liked what Drew brought to the defense. I understand what he was capable of. But I feel that Willie Gay still had his issues that were noticeable, because he would be someone that they would also target as well, respectfully. However, he did make those athletic plays, and then when he was having a great game, he was having a great game. I'm not gonna lie. We just need somebody. I really think we just need a pass rusher that's gonna be, aside from George Karlaftis, that is really efficient and effective. And I think it needs to be a speed rusher. Need to be a guy who can really get off the line of scrimmage, because we got that power rush coming from George Karlaftis. Charles Minnie, who got to step up. He got to step up. But we'll see what happens. But that's how I have it. 28-24 Chiefs. We'll see what happens on Sunday. 12 o'clock CBS. It's gonna be a good one. So we'll be here for the post game right after as well too. We also have the pregame content coming out with the extra point video, and also the pregame article coming from Rocky as well. And then also right after that, we have the breakdown article as well too. So we got that coming for y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to our Substack as well too. And if y'all need some merch, make sure to hit us up. We got you. We'll get you something out there. So let us know. Let us know what y'all need. That's all we have for this edition of Chiefin. Thank y'all for, of course, tapping in with us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video, share it, so other Chiefs fans like yourself can enjoy the content as well. And how we like to close it out. And as always, fellas, go
Chiefs.
Thanks for checking out this update straight from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. We appreciate your passion, so please leave a like and follow us wherever you tune in from. See you next tailgate, your trusted source for all things Chiefs, Red Kingdom Media.